Era buenísima, ustedes dos, buenísima.
Pero se me olvidó más.
The latest figures showing 17,000 new arrivals since the city started receiving busloads of asylum seekers just over a year ago, bussed up with little to no warning from Texas.
The city continues to try to move migrants out of police stations and into other housing. Meanwhile, Mayor Johnson and the governor also calling on the federal government for immigration reform.
I think the work in immigration with this congregation, which is located in Chicago, goes all the way back to the early 80s during the sanctuary movement. I came with an interest in what was going on with immigration and began connecting through some of my justice work with immigrant advocacy organizations. And so in 2016, when the former president was elected and was threatening to deport so many immigrants, this congregation, in despair, talked about what are the things we could do. And we realized that we had a space in the church that was really not necessary, and it was a 2-room storage unit that just had all this old stuff that really just needed to be cleaned out. So we voted to become a sanctuary church and then decided to clean out that room and make it an apartment. And so fast forward to 2023, when what is being called here in Chicago the migrant crisis, I would call it something different, but in the news it was being called the migrant crisis.
You said you would call it something else. We'll give you the opportunity. What would you call it?
I thought of it, I thought of, when I say that the migrant crisis could be called something else, I have said to people, I really think it's a migrant opportunity. We ended up deciding, with the blessing and support of the Sanctuary Working Group, to start an effort that was specifically calling on faith communities to house, support, and accompany migrants living in police stations. We simply have a faith and live a faith that just automatically includes befriending the stranger, standing up for the person who doesn't have a voice, keeping safe people who are in danger. You know, there are things that we would be willing to put ourselves on the line for, and human lives, and especially human lives that are over-policed, over-deported, all of those things would be part of that.